So Global Go Fest is officially this weekend, June 28th and June 29th. And today we're going through the best tips and tricks you need to be following for this event to get the most out of it. This is your ultimate guide on how to have a good Go Fest. If you want to know what's going on during Go Fest, I have dropped a full breakdown video. You can click up here. Watch that before because we're not going through any event details in this video, only tips. Let's get into it. What are the best wild spawns you should be catching from the different habitats during Global Go Fest? In the Moonless Volcano habitat, catch Houndour because it evolves into Houndoom. Houndoom does have a mega form in which Mega Houndoom is the number 19 fire type attacker in Pokemon Go with Fire Fang and Flamethrower, and number 4 dark type attacker in Pokemon Go with Snarl and Foul Play. Numel is also spawning in the wild, which evolves into Camerupt. Camerupt does have a mega form, not in Pokemon Go yet, but could come in the future, so get yourself a good IV or a shiny. Duskull spawning in the wild, which evolves into Dusclops. Dusclops, the middle stage, ranked number 7 in the Great League with Hex, Ice Punch, and Shadow Punch, and you can evolve that all the way up into Dusknoir, which is ranked number 6 in the Ultra League with Astonish, Dynamic Punch, and Shadow Punch. Golurk spawning in the wild, evolving into Golurk, number 77 in the Great League, number 98 in the Ultra League with Mud Slap, Shadow Punch, and Dynamic Punch. Fletchling is spawning in the wild, which evolves into Talonflame. Talonflame ranked 123 in the Great League and ranked 54 in the Ultra League with Incinerate, Flying Brave Bird for the Great League, Incinerate, Flying Flame Charge for the Ultra League. Flabebe is also spawning in the wild, which evolves into Florges. Florges with Fairy Wind and Moonblast is the number 15 Fairy type attacker in Pokemon Go, also ranked 172 in the Great League, 15 in the Ultra League, and 22 in the Master League with Fairy Wind, Moonblast, and Trailblaze. Also, the Red Flower Flabebe is spawning, which is a regional exclusive to Europe, Middle East, and Africa if you don't have that regional. Skrelp spawning in the wild, which falls into Dragalge. Dragalge ranked 57 in the Great League, 35 in the Ultra League with Acid, Aquatail, and Outrage. Fuecoco spawning in the wild, evolving into Skeledirge. Skeledirge ranked 144 in the Great League and 34 in the Ultra League with Incinerate, Torch Song, and Shadow Ball. Carbang spawning in the wild, which is currently ranked 28 in the Great League with Rock Throw, Power Gem, and Moonblast. And if you do have a ticket, the regional Pokemon Torkoal, which is exclusive to India, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and United Arab Emirates, will be available off instance for you. It's a rare Pokemon. Catch it because it is a regional and a rare shiny. In the Galvanic Dojo habitat, we have Machop evolving into Machamp, which did just have a recently Community Classic, but it's the number 23 fighting type attacker with Counter and Dynamic Punch and a good Pokemon to attack gyms with. Machamp is also currently ranked 99 in the Great League, 118 in the Ultra League with Karate Chop, Cross Chop, and Stone Edge. By the way, if you do have any Gigantamax Machamps, that is a good opportunity to grind candies for this Pokemon as well in the wild. And also, if you receive a Machop or a Machoke from a trade, evolving into Machamp is completely free, making a good way to farm XP by evolving Machamps for free that you've received from trade. Cadurus spawning in the wild, evolving into Ursaluna, ranked 72 in the Master League with Tackle, Swift, and High Horsepower. Chespin spawning in the wild, which evolves into Chestnut with the moveset of Vine Whip and Frenzy Plant, number 14 grass type attacker in Pokemon Go, which is not bad. Yellow Flower Flabebe is also spawning in the wild, which we already talked about Flabebe being good, but this is a different regional Flabebe that you can go ahead and collect if you don't have that one. Pancham spawning in the wild, evolving into Pangoro, ranked 44 in the Great League, 52 in the Ultra League with Karate Chop, Close Combat, and Night Slash. Dedenne spawning in the wild, which is currently ranked number 29 in the Great League with Thunder Shock, Parabolic Charge, and Play Rough. And if you are a ticket holder, Skiddo will be spawning off the incense for you, which is a rare Pokemon, a rare shiny to get. Doesn't really have much meta relevant use, but it is rare if you don't have it. Now, the Hypnotic Tundra habitat has Alolan Sandshrew evolving into Alolan Sandslash. Alolan Sandslash ranked 89 in the Great League and 85 in the Ultra League with Shadow Claw, Ice Punch, and Drill Run. Swine is spawning in the wild, evolving into Mamoswine, the number 8 Ice type attacker in Pokemon Go with Powder Snow and Avalanche, and number 18 Ground type attacker in Pokemon Go with Mud Slap and High Horsepower. Mamoswine is also currently ranked 105 in the Master League with Powder Snow, High Horsepower, and Icicle Spear. Piplup spawning in the wild, evolving into Empoleon. Empoleon with Waterfall and Hydro Cannon is the number 20 water type attacker in Pokemon Go, so if you need a water type, that's not bad to grab. Snover spawning in the wild, evolving into Abomasnow. Abomasnow does have a Mega form in Pokemon Go, which Mega Abomasnow is the number 6 Ice type attacker in Pokemon Go with Powder Snow and Weather Ball Ice. Blue Flower Flabebe is also spawning in the wild in that habitat, which again is a regional to the Asia Pacific region, so if you don't live in that region, catch this Pokemon. Frigiback spawning in the wild, evolving into Baxcalibur as well, with the moveset of Ice Fang and Avalanche, the number 4 Ice type attacker in Pokemon Go, and Baxcalibur is also ranked number 66 in the Master League with Dragon Breath, Avalanche, and Dragon Claw. Now, if you have a ticket in that habitat, Pachirisu is spawning off the Incense, which is usually exclusive to Arctic countries, but with the moveset of Volt Switch, Thunder Punch, and Thunderbolt, ranked 126 in the Great League, a rare shiny Pokemon to get, and also good in limited cups like the Electric Cup. Moving on to the Phase Swamp habitat, the final one, we have Clefairy evolving into Clefable, ranked 84 in the Great League and 32 in the Ultra League with Fairy Wind, Swift, and Moonblast. Poplio is also appearing in there, which can evolve into Primarina with the moveset of Waterfall and Hydro Cannon. This is the number 12 water type attacker in Pokemon Go and with Charm and Boonblast, it is the number 10 fairy type attacker in Pokemon Go. Marini's also spawning there, which evolves into Toxapex. Toxapex currently ranks 65 in the Great League. Togetic spawning in the wild, which evolves into Togekiss. Togekiss, number 6 fairy type attacker in Pokemon Go with Charm and Dazzling Gleam. Togetic, the middle stage, is also currently ranked 68 in the Great League with Fairy Wind, Psyshock, and Dazzling Gleam, and Togekiss ranked 90 in the Master League with Charm, Psyshock, and Aura Sphere. Orange Flower Flabebe is also appearing, which is a rare global spawn, but it is rare, so grab it if you don't have that regional. And if you have a ticket, Klefki will be appearing off incense in that habitat, which is exclusive to France and areas of Belgium. Not a very good Pokemon, cannot be shiny, but a rare one to get nonetheless. Now, we do have all day spawns appearing all day Saturday and all day Sunday. Let's go through which ones you should be focusing on. All day Saturday, focus on the Chansey spawns, with Chansey and Blissey both being the top gym defenders in Pokemon Go. Also, Dynamax Blissey is the number 1 tank Pokemon for the Dynamax battles, so good opportunity to grind candies to power up that Pokemon. Larvitar spawning in the wild, which evolves into Tyranitar. With the moveset of Smackdown and Stone Edge, is the number 16 rock type attacker in Pokemon Go, and with Bite and Brutal Swing being the number 6 dark type attacker in Pokemon Go. Tyranitar also does the Mega Form in Pokemon Go, which Mega Tyranitar is the number 2 rock type attacker and number 1 dark type attacker in Pokemon Go with the same movesets. Shieldon spawning in the wild, which evolves into Bastiodon, currently ranked 45 for the Great League with Smackdown, Stone Edge, and Flamethrower. Vullaby is also appearing in the wild, which evolves into Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz currently ranked 16 in the Great League and 45 in the Ultra League with Snarl, Dark Pulse, and Aerial Ace. Not bad to grab. Goomy is appearing in the wild, which can evolve into Goodra. Goodra currently ranked 119 in the Great League, 104 in the Ultra League, and 82 in the Master League, with Dragon Breath, Aqua Tail, and Thunder Punch. However, the reason you want to catch this is for the future Hisuian form. Both Sliggoo and Goodra have Hisuian forms, which gain the Steel type. And there's an Ultra Unlock event during Global Go Fest if you complete enough global challenges called the Steel and Scale that we can go ahead and unlock. Potentially, we could be seeing this Pokemon come soon, so grind the candies for it. Now, all day Sunday, the spawns you want to focus on are Ralts, which evolves into Gardevoir. Gardevoir with Charm and Dazzling Gleam, the number 7 fairy type attacker in Pokemon Go, and its Mega Form, which is currently in Pokemon Go, the number 1 fairy type attacker. You can also go ahead and evolve that into Gallade, which Mega Gallade with Low Kick and Close Combat is the number 10 fighting type attacker in Pokemon Go. Ponya's also spawning all day, which evolves into King Gambit. King Gambit with Snarl and Foul Play is the number 11 dark type attacker currently in Pokemon Go. It's also going to be ranked number 92 in the Master League with Snarl, Foul Play, and Iron Head. Dino is also spawning, which evolves into Hydreigon. Hydreigon with Bite and Brutal Swing is the number 7 dark type attacker in Pokemon Go. And Jangmo is spawning in the wild, which evolves into Como, which just did have a Calm Day, so you might not want to catch it. But the middle stage Hakamo currently ranked 114 in the Great League with Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw, and Brick Break, and Como is currently ranked 80 in the Ultra League and 115 in the Master League with Dragon Tail, Clanging Scales, and Dragon Claw. A lot of people are talking about these new strong raid bosses, especially the Zacian and Zamazenta. Which one should we focus on, and are they any good? In the tier 1 raids, we do have Frigibax in there. I don't think raiding shiny Frigibax is worth it at all. It's going to get a Calm Day next year in June, and it is available in the wild, so I would go ahead and avoid it. The costume Pikachus, if you want to raid for them, if you're a Pikachu fan, go for it, but I always think costume Pikachus are just a waste of money. It's just it's a visual thing. If you like it, you like it. Who am I to say it's not for you? Tier 3 raids, we do have Costume Phalanx available. Now, Costume Phalanx most likely only available through the raids, unless like last year, Costume Umbreon and Espeon were available on Incense for the ticket holder, so we could see Costume Phalanx in the wild as well. Overall, if you really, really want that shiny costume and you're a costume collector, you're gonna go for it no matter what, but overall, I don't think this is a good use of your money. The good use of your money is gonna be the Crown forms. Starting on Saturday, we have Crown Shield Zamazenta all day. It kind of sucks that they're split off on different days and not all the same. This is the global debut of Crown Shield Zamazenta, and this Pokemon is one you want to go after. Now, quickly to get, if you don't know, you will go ahead and raid a Crown Zacian or Zamazenta, and you will catch a regular Zacian or Zamazenta, and you will get some fusion energy. Then once you have 1,000 fusion energy, you can change them into their Crown forms. Now, Crown Shield Zamazenta is the number 1 overall Steel type attacker in Pokemon Go, overall with Metal Claw and Behemoth Bash. It is number 3 in terms of damage per second, so overall it's really, really strong, but in terms of DPS, not as strong. In the Go Battle League, Crown Shield Zamazenta is the number 2 Master League Pokemon, so very, very good. But Crown Shield Zamazenta is really also useful for max battles because you can use it in the max battles. Specifically, Crown Shield Zamazenta, if you have Max Guard unlocked, it will come with 1 free shield once the battle starts, which is a really cool ability that only this Pokemon has. Now, yes, it's going to cost a lot of candy, Stardust, and all this stuff to power up this Pokemon. That's why I would use as many raid passes as you can on this Pokemon. Also good to know that Crown Shield and Hero of Many Battles form Zamazenta are functional Hundo hundo. So a 15-15-14 IV is the same as a 15-15-15 one. If you get a, a 98, it's not really worth trying to grind for the hundo because it's the same stats. Now, most likely every raid, you'll get between 70 and 120 energy for this Pokemon when you do raid it. And if you do buy the ticket, you do get 1,000 free energy for one of or the other of the crown forms. So not bad. Also important to note, the adventure effect for the move Behemoth Bash will cost 5 Zamazenta candies and 5,000 stars for 6 minutes. And in raid battles, it will give you a 10% boost to your Pokemon's defense. And in max battles, a 5% boost to your Pokemon's defense. So not a huge buff, probably not really going to be that good on paper, not very good at all to use this adventure effect, but maybe, that's just on paper and it's actually very, very useful. Now on Sunday, we have the Crowned Sword Zacian raids. It's the same thing. Again, you need 1,000 energy to form change them. And when you do catch it, you catch a regular Zacian, you get energy, and then you need 1,000 energy and you can turn it into the Crowned Sword Zacian. By the way, if you do form change them, they do stay form changed forever, and you can even unform change them and reform change them for completely free. Nonetheless, Crowned Sword Zacian is going to be the number 2 overall steel type attacker in Pokemon Go, but the number 1 in terms of damage per second, making it a really, really high damage per second Pokemon. It's also one of the most broken types in Pokemon Go, the Fairy and Steel type Pokemon. It's also the new highest CP Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Yes, having a max CP of like 5,600. Crowned Sword Zacian is also the number 1 Master League Pokemon in the game. And again, it is a functional hundo. So a 15-15-14 is statistically the same as a 15-15-15. Now, Crowned Sword Zacian's adventure effect, Behemoth Blade, will cost 5 Zacian candies and 5,000 stars for 6 minutes, giving you a 10% boost in raids for your attack and 5% boost in max battles. So overall, again, on paper, not a big buff. Could be useful, I guess, theoretically, but I think the other adventure effects are just better and this Pokemon has other uses. So overall, that begs the question, which one is better? Well, they're both really, really strong. If I had to choose one, I would go with Zacian, as Zacian is, technically ranked 1 in the Master League and has a higher DPS and just overall statistically better. And it just has one of the most broken type combos in the game. But I would say at the end of the day, try to get yourself one of each if you can. Again, if you have a ticket, you get 1,000 free energy for one of them and then focus on using your raid passes and getting energy through raids on the other one. So get both, but if you had to prioritize, I would go with Zacian. However, I will say Zamazenta does have the priority, I think, in the max battles, especially because of that little ability it does have. So if you're really big into max battles, consider getting Zamazenta, because that one extra shield instantly is broken. Let's talk about eggs though. Which eggs should we focus on? Now, starting on Monday, June 23rd, 10 a.m., there's exclusive 2 and 5 kilometer eggs for ticket holders you can collect. And these are going to be the eggs for Go Fest, meaning if you don't have a ticket, you don't get exclusive eggs. The 2 kilometer eggs will be hatching Carablast, Shelmet, Pancham, Oranguru, Golett, Poniard, Volby, Passimian, and then red, blue, yellow, and orange Flower Flabebe. And the 5 kilometer eggs will be hatching Torkoal, Pachirisu, Skidoo, Klefki, Togepi, Mienfoo, Carbon, Kagumi, Jangmo, and Frigibax. So should we be hatching these eggs, and are they worth hatching? Well, first of all, what are the shiny odds on these eggs? Most likely you're looking at a 1 in 128 to 1 in 64 shiny odds, which is the same as shiny boost for Global Go Fest. Look at the full list of eggs. The 5 kilometer eggs are definitely gonna be better. So if you do get 5 kilometer eggs and you're limited on incubators, don't incubate your 2Ks, just focus on hatching 5Ks. Maybe use your premium incubators on 5 kilometer eggs and your unlimited incubator on 2K eggs. You also do get half egg incubator distance if you did purchase the Go Pass Deluxe ticket. But overall, I wouldn't go too crazy on hatching eggs because most of these Pokemon are appearing in the wild and can be caught in the wild. So these are more just passive things you can grind. Eggs have always kind of just been a ripoff, so I would avoid them if I were you. Now, if you did buy a ticket, you do get an access encounter with Volcanion as the mythical Pokemon. And let's talk about how good this Pokemon is and is it worth powering up once you catch it. Well, Volcanion is a fire and water type Pokemon with a max CP of 4,102, attack of 252, stamina of 190, defense of 216. For fast moves, it has takedown, incinerate, water gun. For charge moves, overheat, hydro pump, earth power, and sludge bomb. Volcanion is the 3rd and final mythical Pokemon of Gen 6 to come to Pokemon Go. And unlike Diancie and Hoopa, which have mega evolutions or like an alternative form, Volcanion is just Volcanion. It might get a special treatment later in another game, but it's fine. With the moveset of Incinerate and Overheat, it's the number 31 fire type attacker in Pokemon Go, and with Water Gun and Hydro Pump, the number 18 water type attacker in Pokemon Go, so not very good. In the Master League, it's currently ranked 33, not bad. Overall, Volcanion is decent in Pokemon Go. I think the fact that it is a mythical, it's hard to get candies for, makes it not really worth powering up or trying to grind it. But with move updates, this Pokemon could be really good, especially with its unique typing. Overall, I would just go ahead. Don't buy the ticket for Volcanion. You can get it for the decks. It's cool, but it's not going to be a broken mythical like something like Mega Diancie. Quick tip, by the way, if you are planning on playing just Saturday or just Sunday and you can't raid one of the other two, that will help you choose between the Crown Shield and Crown Sword section of the branching research that gives you 1,000 of one or the other energy. So if you do only want to play Saturday, you can go ahead and choose 1,000 energy for Zacian. So you can get the Zacian and the Zamazenta by raiding on the Saturday and then just getting the energy. Anyway, now lot of great spawns during the wild. You guys need to be maximizing your candy you're collecting during this event. A lot of people have already heard these tips, but I want to go through them again. Use your pineapple berries during the event. Regular pineapple berries multiply catch gain by 2 and silvers by 2.34, especially on the raiding Pokemon. Since the global challenge is complete, it makes it a lot easier to catch raid Pokemon during the event, meaning use pineapple berries or silver pineapple berries on any Zacians or Zamazentas you're trying to catch because you will get more candies for them. It's worth it. Also, Mega Evolve a Pokemon. Anytime you Mega Evolve a Pokemon, you'll get more candy, XP, and XL candy for catching Pokemon of a certain type. Which Mega should we Mega Evolve during the event? This is the question that everybody is asking. Now, first of all, I would prioritize using one of the weather trios or primals. Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon, or Mega Rayquaza boost 3 types instead of a Mega, which only boosts 2. Specifically, Primal Kyogre, which will cover 13 of the featured Pokemon, including Pikachu, Volcanion, and Pachirisu. Primal Groudon will boost 13 of the featured Pokemon, including things like Skidoo, Volcanion, and Torkoal. And Mega Rayquaza boosting 13 of the featured Pokemon, including Unknown. So if you're going to be going after a lot of the wild spawns, either 3 of those Pokemon I think are the best way to go. The number 2 option, if you're going to be focusing on the raids, I would go ahead and Mega Evolve a Pokemon to boost the candies. For example, on the Saturday, Mega Evolve something like a Mega Lucario, which will boost all the fighting type and steel type spawns in the wild. On the Sunday, I would go with Mega Altaria, boosting the dragon types and the fairy types so you get more candies for Zacian, but also all the dragons in the wild. Your final option is to rotate per habitats. Every single hour, if you can set a reminder, go ahead and switch the Mega Pokemon you have so you're maximizing the candy you're collecting from the Pokemon spawning. For Saturday, during the Moonless Volcano habitat, go with Mega Charizard Y, boosting 7 of the 18 spawns, including Torkoal. The Galvanic Dojo, go with Mega Lopunny, Mega Heracross, or Mega Gallade, boosting 8 of the 16 spawns. Hypnotic Tundra, go with Mega Abomasnow or Mega Glalie, boosting 6 of the 16 spawns, including Frigibax. And the Face Swamp, go with Mega Altaria, boosting 7 of the 16 spawns, including Klefki. For Sunday, you can go with, on the Moonless Volcano, Mega Evolving Mega Charizard Y or Mega Altaria, which boosts 5 of the 18 spawns. Galvanic Dojo, go with Mega Lopunny, boosting 8 of the 16 spawns. Hypnotic Tundra on Sunday, go with Mega Abomasnow or Mega Glalie, boosting 6 of the 16 spawns. And the Face Swamp on Sunday, Mega Altaria, boosting 9 of the 16 spawns. I say this, by the way, because again, remember there are certain spawns that are appearing all day on Saturday and Sunday, and they're different. Also, remember to trade away Pokemon. Every time you trade away a Pokemon, you'll get 1 candy, but if the distance between where the 2 Pokemon were caught is over 100 kilometers, you will get 3 candies and 1 guaranteed XL candy. So anytime, if you go play Global Go Fest in another city or whatever, go ahead and you can hold on to this Pokemon and trade them. But maybe wait to trade, because Pokemon Go's 9th anniversary event was just released, and it includes a bonus of increased chance for Pokemon to go lucky. This event's gonna be going down July 1st to July 6th, so maybe hold on to some Pokemon that you want to trade with your friend to try to get lucky forms of, like things like Torkoal, Pachirisu, Frigibax, Skiddo, etc., etc. Save them for that event and trade them then to try to get some luckies. Now you need 35 platinum medals, go from level 48 to 49 Pokemon Go. Global Go Fest is of course one of the best events of the year to go ahead and grind platinum medals. Let's go through it. Now I'll start off with all the platinum medals here at the bottom. Any of these you haven't completed, you need to catch 2,500 of each type of Pokemon. Catch that type of Pokemon. If you haven't completed the fairy one or the dragon one, I know is really hard, catch your Frigibaxes, catch your Jangmos. A lot of raids during the event, so work on your Rising Star medal by defeating 150 species of Pokemon in raids. For example, maybe do a Frigibax raid, just one to get a point towards this medal. Obviously, a lot of people are going to be doing a lot of legendary raids during the event, so you'll be working on your Battle Legend medal. Same with your Champion medal if you do non-legendary raids. Now, I gotta talk about the Picnicker medal. Everybody's gonna be playing Global Go Fest, so if you can be the first person in your area where people play Global Go Fest, drop lures, be the first person. Everyone's gonna be catching Pokemon off your lures, and that will really help you work on your Picnicker medal. Going back to the raids, the raid, expert, for example, if you're gonna be doing a lot of raids, you'll be appearing on the raid battle trainer achievement screen a bunch of times. And if you end up raiding with a friend a lot or your mom or whatever, that's how I do it. You will work on your Rising Star Duo medal by raiding with a friend. Remember to do your snapshots. You get snapshots every day for Pikachu. Just do them. You work on your camera medal, have 400 encounters, and go snapshot. We do have different unknowns appearing during the event, so make sure you catch all the unknowns. If you have the ticket, it's only for ticket holders. Catch the unknowns off of incense to go ahead and get points and collect all the unknowns. By the way, if you don't know what unknowns you have, you can come into your Johto Dex, and in here you can find out what unknowns you're missing. I don't think I'm missing any that are spawning during this event. Finally, I'll mention these trade medals, the Gentleman medal. If you're gonna be doing those trades, again, I mentioned maybe wait until the anniversary event. And also your Pilot medal, if you're gonna be doing that XL candy trading strategy I talked about, where somebody from a different city comes in and trades distance caught Pokemon with you, it'll work on your Pilot medal. Now, before GoFest, it's very important to go into your advanced settings and download all assets. If you download all assets to your game phone, your game will then be pulling assets off your phone, not the internet, making for a smoother gameplay experience and also using less internet. Also, before GoFest, turn on native refresh rate in your advanced settings as well. This will use your phone's native refresh rate, make it for a much smoother GoFest experience. Do note though, bring your extra battery packs because this does take extra power. Now, during GoFest, you need to have an adventure effect active. Which one should we have active? And there's only one option, in my opinion, and it's Origin Form Palkia Spatial Rend Adventure Effect. This is hands down the must-have adventure effect, which will double your spawn distance from 40 to 80 meters. And this does include your Go++ or auto catchers. It can actually catch Pokemon at 80 meters if you use this adventure effect. Now, it does cost a lot of candy and Stardust, and if you don't have the Palkia candies to run it all day, that is completely fine, but dumping your rare candies that you get from raid rewards, all the stuff into Palkia so you can activate this adventure effect is going to be the best. This will allow you to maximize the event because you can see more spawns. The more spawns you can see, the more Pokemon you can click on, the more shinies you can get, etc, etc. Activate Palkia's adventure effect if you're going to be grinding the wild spawns every day. Now, what Pokemon can we buddy evolve during this event? And there's actually a lot of good options. First of all, have a buddy that's at least the great buddy level, hopefully as your buddy. This will give you access to the buddy bounce back feature, which if you end up missing a throw or the Pokemon knocks it back, your buddy can sometimes give you a little alley-oop and hit that ball back and save a ball. But also, Bisharp evolving into Kingambit, you need to make it your buddy, defeat 15 Steel or Dark type Pokemon. Both Crown Sword, Zacian, and Zamazenta are Steel types, so you can go ahead and knock out this evolution so easy during this event. You've seen Quillfish and Galarian Mass, you need to make them your buddy and win 10 raids to evolve them. Raids are everywhere during this event, that's easy. Now, there is a bonus where your buddy Pokemon will earn more hearts for all friendship activities during Global Go Fest. So there's a couple Pokemon we can evolve, specifically Floette into Florges. You need to make it your buddy and earn 20 hearts with it while it's your buddy to evolve it. This is really easy to complete these evolutions because your buddy Pokemon will be gaining more hearts from all friendship activities. If we look back at Osaka, Jersey, and Paris Go Fest, you can earn up to 42 plus hearts per buddy per day. Also, remember to not take your snapshot before 10 a.m. before the event starts. You might get an encounter with Smeargle, which will count towards your daily snapshot encounter, taking away from your Pikachu snapshot encounters. Also, remember to open 40 gifts after each Go Fest day to restock items. And also remember to attend a community ambassador meetup. This is probably one of the best tips I could say to have the most amount of fun. But if you go on Campfire, you sort by meetups and you find a community ambassador meetup, even one that's not hosted by a community ambassador. If you just go to a meetup, you're going to have a much better Go Fest experience. The reason being, there's going to be players around, there's going to be people to trade with, raid with, all that stuff, talk to, have lunch with, blah, blah, blah. But not only that, but if you go to a community ambassador hosted meetup, this is where you can get special things. If you check in at a community ambassador meetup, you will earn a free timed research, which can reward you with premium items if you complete that timed research before the end of the event. On top of that, you can hatch eggs quicker. If you are in a party checked in at a community ambassador meetup, you get 25% less egg incubator distance. And this does stack with other bonuses like the Go Pass Deluxe half egg incubator distance. So if you want to be hatching eggs during the event and just having a better time, go to a community ambassador meetup, check in, be in a party, and you will be able to hatch eggs faster. Also, on the topic of parties, if you are going to be using premium items like incenses, lucky eggs, star pieces, all that stuff, remember to party up with your friends and share items for the party. You'll get more value out of your items if you do this. So 4 people in a party sharing 4 items each, everybody gets 4 hours of star piece, lucky egg, incenses, only for the price of using 4, which is amazing. You get 1 lucky egg for an hour each, like broken. But the final tip I can kind of just give, and overall is the best tip, is probably just have fun. It is so important how many people focus in on everything I'm saying here. And I know I'm getting in here with this is the best Pokemon to catch, this is the best Pokemon to catch, blah, blah, blah. And then you kind of like get in this mentality of if you don't catch the best Pokemon, you didn't have a good time. But overall, the most important thing about Pokemon Go and about this video game is to have fun. So focus on that. At the end of the day, don't ask people how many shinies did they catch. Ask them, did they have a good time? It doesn't matter how many shinies you caught. Even if you caught 0 shinies, you could have done Go Fest better than majority of people in your area because you had fun. You weren't stressed about getting this and getting that and expectations and all that stuff. Just have fun, enjoy the event, and obviously, you know, follow the tips if you want. Watch your videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one, guys. Good luck during Go Fest 2025. This is going to be a good Go Fest, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Follow for tips. Peace.